Welcome to the Global Focus Review channel, where there is frequent discussion about the persona of Moses, his odyssey, his existence, and his connection with the divine. However, have you had the chance to become acquainted with Zipporah, also known as Zipporah, who was Moses' spouse? She was his companion, whom he encountered in the region of Midian. In this video, I aim to explore this captivating figure, one of the most intriguing female personalities in the Old Testament. So, I urge you to watch this video until the end, and if it resonates with you, please share it with your friends and family to further disseminate this content. Let's delve into the origins of Zipporah, the wife of the Liberator, Moses. There's a saying that behind every great man, there is a great woman. And it's not without cause. Moses, the liberator of the Israelites, led and experienced extraordinary events, serving as an instrument of God, performing wonders in Egypt, including the 10 plagues and the parting of the Red Sea. However, Moses' wife was not known in Egypt, and she was neither an Israelite nor an Egyptian woman. So, where did Moses' wife come from? What was her homeland, and what was her lineage? Moses encountered Zipporah when he fled Egypt due to Pharaoh's wrath after killing an Egyptian to defend a Hebrew. Believing that no one had witnessed the incident, Moses later found himself entangled in a dispute between 2 Hebrews and was accused of murder. While fleeing Egypt, Moses sought refuge in Midian, where he settled. He left Egypt at the age of 40 and journeyed to Midian, located in present-day Saudi Arabia, covering part of the Gulf and the Sinai Peninsula. Upon arriving in Midian, Moses met a priest who worshipped the same God as the Israelites. This priest, a Midianite, eventually became his father-in-law. Over time, living and dwelling with this priest, Moses chose one of his daughters, Zipporah, to be his wife and companion. There is debate about Zipporah's lineage, especially since in the book of Numbers, she is referred to as a Kushite woman, indicating Ethiopian, Sudanese, or Somali descent, tracing back to the lineage of Cush, which is ancestral to much of Africa. The question arises, how could she be Kushite when she is the daughter of Jethro, a Semitic man? It is essential to note that Semites are not Kushites. They do not descend from Cush and are not Africans. Semites trace their lineage back to Shem, such as Abraham and other figures in the Old Testament. To understand Zipporah's lineage, whether Kushite or Semitic, it is crucial to acknowledge that in the land of Midian, not only Ishmaelites and Midianites resided, but also Kushites. In this region, Ethiopians and Sudanese, who still inhabit countries like Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Oman today, coexisted. Although Jethro was Semitic, his wife did not share the same origin. She was Kushite, hailing from Ethiopia. Zipporah, the daughter of a Semitic father and a Kushite mother, genetically inherited characteristics from her mother, which manifested as her being a black woman. Thus, Zipporah, one of Jethro's 7 daughters, was born with the appearance of a Kushite woman. In addition to his daughters, Jethro also had a son named Hobab. The name Zipporah has various meanings originating from the Aramaic dialect, which unfolded to the descendants of Midian stemming from Abraham and Kurah. The name encompasses meanings such as bird or female bird, goat, and beautiful. These meanings have been identified in various Semitic languages. Undoubtedly, Zipporah is an ancient name that traces back to the ancestral Midianite language. As Moses' wife, Zipporah gave birth to 2 sons, Gershom and Eleazar. Regarding the birth of Gershom, the biblical text in Exodus states that Moses dwelled with Jethro, and he gave unto Moses his daughter Zipporah, who bore him a son called Gershom. As for Eleazar, whose name means God is help, Moses gave him this name in reference to the fact that God had helped and delivered him from the Pharaoh's sword. These sons were born during the 40 years that Moses sojourned in the land of Midian, spending an additional 20 years before being called by God. An unexpected and somewhat curious situation recorded in the Bible is the circumcision of Gershom, highlighting the significant role of Zipporah in Moses' life and family. The account found in Exodus presents a peculiar situation that emphasizes the importance of obedience to religious practices. After God's call for Moses to lead the Israelites in the liberation of Egypt, he set out with his family towards Egypt. However, an unforeseen event occurred during the journey, as described in the text. At a lodging place along the way, the Lord encountered Moses and sought to end his life. Zipporah then took a flint and circumcised her son, touching Moses' feet with the foreskin. She declared, "Surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me." Exodus 4:24-25. This incident raises various questions and interpretations. Initially, circumcision was a vital aspect of Jewish tradition, symbolizing the covenant between God and Abraham's descendants. Moses seemingly neglected this practice concerning his son Gershom, which angered God. Zipporah's role in this event was crucial. She took the initiative to perform the circumcision swiftly, demonstrating a profound understanding of their religious obligations. By acknowledging the importance of circumcision, she emphasized the covenant's seriousness. Zipporah's statement highlights their commitment to divine ordinances, strengthening their relationship. This episode underscores Zipporah's significance as Moses' companion and spiritual partner, ensuring the family observed essential religious practices even in challenging circumstances. When Moses returned to Egypt, Zipporah and their children accompanied him. Exodus. Additionally, a lesser-known incident in Numbers 12 reveals prejudice faced by Zipporah, orchestrated by Miriam, who questioned Moses' marriage to an Ethiopian woman. This event led to divine wrath, resulting in God punishing Miriam with leprosy. Moses intervened on her behalf, and God commanded her to stay outside the camp for 7 days, after which she would be healed. The Israelites eagerly awaited Miriam's recovery, and when she returned free from leprosy, their anticipation was fulfilled. However, the biblical account of Zipporah, though significant at times, gradually shifts focus away from her as Moses' story progresses. Despite initially being portrayed as Moses' wife and a faithful companion, Zipporah's name disappears from the Bible, without clear information about her fate. Scholars speculate about the reasons for her absence, citing cultural tensions or patriarchal biases within the biblical narrative. Nevertheless, Zipporah's impact remains evident through her involvement in key events, highlighting her importance in history. While terms like Cush and Javan may be obscure to some, they hold significance in Semitic languages, particularly in Jewish traditions. This discussion touches upon the origin of Zipporah, Moses' wife, and in the end, we would like to invite you to explore further topics related to biblical origins in our channel. May God bless you.